Good morning. Today's August 1st, 2025, and I am at the Cavendish Community Cemetery in Cavendish Beach, and I keep saying it wrong, Cavendish Beach, Prince Edward Island. We've been here for the last 3 days. I found this cemetery quite interesting, so I figured I'd take you for a little walk this morning before we leave again. Next stop is going to be Cape Breton. Who knows what I'll find there. But there was a couple of things that I found very interesting. I'm going to go to this one first. It's down here, way down in the back of the cemetery. One thing I noticed in this cemetery too is it's a lot of the same family names. There's a lot of Toombs, Toombs. There's a lot of Simpsons. There's a lot of McNeil. There's a lot of Bell. I'm guessing that, and they go back. This side's fairly new, and this side's much older, at least as far as I can tell. So this is Jeremiah Simpson. That's not what I brought you over to show you, but stop there for a second. But this is really interesting to me. I don't know much about it, but it's something I think I might research when I get home. This, I don't know if you can see it yet. It's coming right there in the grass. There is like a pickaxe. Looks more like a pickaxe than an anchor, but I think it's supposed to be an anchor. And it's all the way back here at the bottom of the cemetery, facing nothing. Like literally facing nothing. And there it is. In memory of the New England and maritime sailors who lost their lives in the Yankee Gale, October 1851. I found this fascinating. Like, this must have been here when some of the graves were here, I would think. Because some of these graves are pretty old, but it's just such a strange place to put it. Look at, there's nothing around it. These bushes over here and trees, nothing on this side. And then you go up and there's the cemetery. Huh. I don't know. I find that very interesting. Very interesting. And that makes me wonder about the gale of 1851. The Yankee Gale of 1851 that killed those guys, those sailors. I looked up a little bit and it said that it happened out at sea more than on land. But yeah, this grave is from 1907. And honestly, there's so many scales and things that could easily come off if somebody cared to these. So it's curious to me. Hiscott, 1845 to 1939. So I haven't found an older grave yet. But the big attraction at this graveyard is those two bushes over there. In between that, let's go do that first. Then we'll look at some of the other graves. But this is the area where Anne of Green Gables, the book, was written, and all the series. And we're right in the heart of where she lived. Lucy Maud Montgomery. And this is her grave right here. So, oh, yeah, Lucy Maud Montgomery MacDonald, wife of Ewan MacDonald, 1874 to 1942. The grave and tomb, L.M. Montgomery. Now, there's not a path in this place except for the one leading to her grave. And it's really interesting to me because like this is a big deal down here. I loved the books. I absolutely loved the books when I was growing up. They were fun to read. But this is like kind of shocking, like how much this town is into her and how much of it is her claim to fame. And while I was standing here looking at her grave, I turned sideways is the Masonic symbol there. I wanted to look at this. This is David R. Bell, born 1858. Until the day break and the shadows flee away, Bell. This is another interesting symbol. I wanted to come back over here because of this grave, because I noticed that Freemason symbol on the side of this one. It's very faint, and it says C on it. I think it usually has a G. Maybe, oh, it is a G. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that is a G. It's just fading away. So that's interesting as well. That's the thing about Cape Breton Island, too, is that, and I just totally lost what I was going to say. Oh, the old structures. I went down to Charlottetown yesterday, and we found quite a lot of old structures, old churches and things like that. Here's another one, Stewart. I'm trying to find the oldest I can find here. 1924. So this lady, Margaret Stewart, died the year my dad was born. Well, I guess it's not that. I mean, so far I'm not finding anything older than that anchor. This is Stewart too. 1898. Aged 24 years. So 1898 is the oldest I've seen so far. McNeil has a M on it. Any other symbology? No, not really. Yeah, there's a lot of McNeils. I've been seeing that name everywhere up here. No, I'm just curious about why somebody like the author of Anne of Green Gables and the author of like Louisa May Alcott in Concord, Massachusetts is a big deal too. Not quite as big as this though. This is like everywhere. Everything's named after. We're staying at the Anne Shirley Motel right across the street there. And over this way, where those trees are, there's a path in the woods called the Haunted Wood Trail that is part of her legacy, because she wrote about the haunted wood in Anne of Green Gables and described it, and those are the woods. And she lived right beyond the hotel, the motel I'm staying in. So I'm a little bit out of practice making these videos after the summer. I've been doing a lot more shorts and things like that. It's a little loud with the truck behind me. Let's see, distractions on the street. It was quiet when I first came out here. All right, what's this one say? Died September 1883. These are getting a little older. 1902, 1885. So this part of the grave was, gravestones were probably here. Probably here when that anchor was placed down there all by itself. But yeah, I mean, Lewis Carroll and Louisa May Alcott and Maud Montgomery, Lucy Maud Montgomery, these are all names of childhood storybooks authors, and we all know them. Maybe not everybody knows Lucy Maud Montgomery, but certainly the people around here do. Oh, 1866, this might be the oldest I've seen so far. 1861, yeah, this is the older part of the cemetery right here. 1851. Okay, this here is the same year as the storm. To the memory of John Nisbet, who departed this life at the 13th day of August, 1851, aged 31 years. I wonder if he's the first grave that went with that memorial down there. Does it say anything on the back? No. Seems to be some kind of circles there, though. Oh yeah, there was definitely something on the back. It's gone now. Died November 23rd, 1925. So those are slightly newer. Oh, and here's another Freemason symbol on this one. Right there. In loving memory of William D. Ross, maybe? 1904, age 28 years. Oh yeah, this one's all full of Masonic symbology. And a cross. And an anchor. In loving memory of Daniel Ross, born May 25th, 1826. 1922. Elizabeth Ross, born December 20th, 1843, died 1922, June 16th. Whoever this guy was definitely had money. Until the day bleak and that's the same saying, and the shadows flee away. That's the same saying on the other one with the Masonic imagery. Let's see what this one is. I won't show you everything. I want to keep this kind of short, but in memory of Duncan Ross, aged 87. The anchors are big here too, clearly, because they were surrounded by water. This Gulf of St. Lawrence, which I went swimming in the other day for the first time in my life. Here, let me look at this one. Graham died 1904. Till the shadows flee away. What else we got here? Well, anyways, I'm curious about our history. I don't know why these authors are so... I get why they're so loved by the people, but why are they put into the public sphere in the first place is my biggest question. And was that part of the conditioning to like immortalize these people? I don't know. That's where my mind goes with that kind of thing. It just makes me very curious why this whole area is like, I guess it's their only claim to fame, but it's such a beautiful area. And there's so much else to offer, so it's kind of curious to me why everything is all about Anne of Green Gables here. Anyways, I am not finding anything else that interesting to look at. I find this name kind of fun. It's everywhere up here, tombs. That's clearly what we're walking through. This must be another McNeil because I see the fancy M over here. I'll take a look at this guy over here, and then I think I'll call it after that. 1892. That's got some kind of symbol on it. I don't know what that means, but there's definitely star. It looks like a ring. And some kind of, what do they call that? Like Caesar. Oh, more trucks going by. Alright, I'm gonna call it. We're gonna head out towards Sydney next, and I'll be doing the Cabot Trail, and then we're down to the last of our trip, so we'll be gone for the next few more weeks, traveling through Nova Scotia, and then home and back to the regular world. And hopefully I can get back into my regular routine of posting videos. In the meantime, I have posted quite a bit on YouTube and TikTok shorts. And my biggest claim to fame, I know after 16 minutes, well, this is gonna take forever to load, but my biggest claim to fame is definitely my road trip has been completely immortalized, time-lapsed, and that's up on YouTube under the plate. I have a couple playlists that I'm trying to organize, but the main one is road trip. So check that out, and it's under Youdoula on YouTube. Youdoula. Love y'all. Take care. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. You know, do the thing. Talk to you later. Bye.